Hey, welcome back, fellow gardeners. Today we're going to be talking about some of the essential daily care tasks in your garden. Learn how these simple yet crucial actions can make all the difference in nurturing a vibrant and flourishing garden. This won't only be helpful for beginners, but a great reminder for those experienced gardeners. Now, let's first address those common challenges beginners have when starting their gardening journey. So, the most common and visible challenge is keeping up with those weeds. This is one daily maintenance activity that we can all see, and it has major effects on our production and beauty. Another major issue is overwatering. It's easy to get carried away with the watering can, but too much water can drown out your plants and lead to root rot. On the flip side, underwatering is just as detrimental, causing wilting and stunted growth. Some other challenges are hard to see, like nutrient deficiencies, soil compaction, and pesky pests and diseases. Now, let's delve into the heart of the matter, having a daily garden care routine. First and foremost, watering is crucial. Check the moisture levels of your soil regularly and adjust watering frequency based on your plant's needs and the weather conditions. Paying attention to the weather is vital to this step. If it has recently rained, or on the flip side, it hasn't rained for multiple days, this can help make your decision if you need to water or not. Plants can only tell you so much about how they're doing. Some plant signs are easier to see, like drooping leaves versus just like slow or stagnant growth. Next, you need to pay attention to the importance of weeding. Weeding can have a huge devastation on your plant's production, and they're just ugly. Studies have shown that weeds can reduce production by 50% all the way up to just killing the plant. So you'll want regular removal of unwanted plants to prevent competition for resources and maintain the aesthetic appeal of your garden. And tools can really help out with this process. Like this tool. If you're looking for one, the link's in the description of the one I got. Now lastly, you'll want to implement effective pest control. This could be in many forms, like organic sprays or companion planting, but you'll eventually need to do something to keep those pesky critters out. Alright, now let's get into my personal daily routine. It starts before I even enter the garden. Looking and being aware of the weather allows me to know how much water my plants have received, or if sunny and hot weather has evaporated and depleted the soil of its water. Cloudy and cool conditions doesn't allow soil to be depleted as fast. All of this just helps me make a decision of how much I need to water, or if I do even need to water. This is usually just periodic checking of the weather, but after I know this, I can enter the garden. So now what I'm checking for is for stunted growth, or if leaves are drooping or wilting. Next, if that's not telling me much about the soil, you got to start digging into it. And you don't want to just check on one plant. Each plant has its unique watering needs. And when checking for how much water is in the soil, you want to actually dig under the ground. The surface won't tell you as much because that will evaporate first. Also, the roots are underground, so that's where it matters most. So the next thing I'm looking for is signs of diseases or pests. And what you're looking for is signs of abnormalities, just like wilting leaves, signs of discoloration, holes in the leaves, or just unusual spots. And this is a good example of one. And I'm actually going to pull it. These other cabbages need more room to grow anyways, and sometimes it's better to pull it before these insects can spread to the next cabbage. If you look closely, there's a bunch of insects. I'm not sure what kind they are. They could be caterpillars. I've had a lot of trouble with these in the past. Here's some signs of holes. There's most likely from caterpillars. See if we can find one on. You see those little caterpillars on there? A good thing is to also check the soil around your plants, because some pests like cutworms live in the soil around your plants. Some of the common pests that live on the plants are aphids, spider mites, and their eggs. Some other ways to find out if you have these pests in your garden are to set up these little sticky traps, which can be a good way to catch pests and monitor what's going on in your garden. These yellow sticky traps usually do a good job at capturing flying insects, like whiteflies or fungus gnats. And once you have this information, you can explore organic ways of protecting your plants so you don't also hurt the beneficial insects. And last but not least, I do some weeding. And take it slow when weeding. You don't have to do the whole area in one day. There's always going to be more weeds. They just seem to keep showing up. And why I like this tool so much is it's got this blade to uproot or just destroy the roots of the weeds, and then this rake to rake them all into a pile. Again, links in the description for this. But by staying committed to a daily garden routine, you'll see the power this will have not just on your plants in your garden, but your whole gardening experience. So now as we wrap up here, let's recap the importance of daily garden care. Just remember, every watering, every weed and disease removed, and every pest repelled contributes to the health and vitality of your garden. So by prioritizing daily care, you're laying the groundwork for a beautiful and fruitful oasis right in your backyard. Now it's your turn to put these steps into action. Try out the daily care routine and share your experience here in the comments. And if you have any questions or need for further guidance, don't hesitate to reach out. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more expert gardening tips and tricks. Happy gardening!